Welcome back, everybody, to That's Just Lola. Here chilling, we've been having conversations about sports.
Yeah.
And whether or not it's necessary to understand sports in the dating world and also just in life. I feel like a bit of a pariah. I think that people treat me like I got a thorn sticking out the top of my head because I don't understand sports. So I was explaining before we left for our break that I have begun to take kind of like classes, getting my friends to teach me about sports. And I now know who Steph Curry is. No, I ain't know before. So what? I know who Klay Thompson is. I know that they won the 7th game out of 7 or something like that. I might have that wrong. So if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But I know that now they are getting ready to go to some kind of playoffs, and I'm going to find out the real name to that too, with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And so they'll be battling LeBron James. However, they did the same thing last year. So this is the second time they're going up against the Cavaliers. Although last year, LeBron James didn't have his flank man, his dudes to do it with him because both of them were injured, so they weren't in it. But this year he's got both of those guys. I don't remember what either of their names was, but that's pretty good. I learned all of this yesterday.
Yeah, that's because you stayed up and watched the
after show.
The after show. Yeah, that's right. That's how you learn. No, that's really how you learn.
So girls, just watch the after shows and you will have lots. Because my friend told me that if I invite somebody out and say, let's go get a beer and watch the game at like a sports bar, that I was going to get like serious credits, like points.
Yeah, I think it matters. It matters to a lot of guys, but not all guys.
But my thing is, I just don't want them to talk to me too much about it because I don't want to.
But then you can say that. But listen, that's about all I got.
But I mean,
I don't have any more. I don't need any more.
I remember being at a game with somebody and they made fun of me because, so I know.
You said, yay, that was a great touchdown, and they did.
No, it ain't that bad.
It was baseball.
It was basketball. But what happened was they clapped, yay, and so I clapped too. But they knew that I was just clapping because they were clapping. But I mean, my thing is this:
that's support.
I think that women who bug the hell out of men because they want to watch their games, they should go sit their ass down somewhere. Especially if he's handling his business all the rest of the time. Why are you bothering this man because he want to watch his game with his friends and have his beer? Leave him alone. Go sit your ass down somewhere and let him go do what he wants to do. He don't mess with you when you want to go shopping or get your nails done or nothing like that. So leave him alone. Let a dude be a dude. I told y'all, stop treating fellas like women with penises. That's not what they are.
Stop doing that.
That's not what they are.
The world is too feminine.
So she kills me with the world is too feminine. So I think that sports, I agree now. I'm doing my homework more and more. I'm only going to try to master to a certain level basketball. I don't like football. Too many brain injuries have come from football. I'm not interested in why. I never liked it because it's really painful for me to watch these guys get hit like that. I can't watch a sport
then they get up and, shake it off and hit you up on the button and they be all
But no, do you know how many of these dudes have serious brain problems now?
I do.
Like I watch, because reality TV, I watch... For Pete's Sake, with Holly Robinson and Rodney Peete. Love that show. It's a real show, real family dealing with real issues. I love it because it's a real black family dealing with real issues. And she is in her 50s now, and she's being really, she looks fantastic, being really real about that.
How old are the twins?
18.
Okay.
They're turning 18. And so, they got 2 more under them. So they got a total of 4. But just he's dealing now with the fact that he has some kind of brain swelling as a result of his career in the NFL. And I mean, dealt with them going to the doctor. She kept trying to get him to have the MRI. He didn't have the MRI. Finally, he had it, and they were able to see that he had some things going on, and that it might start to cause some serious problems. Like this thing that came up in that movie, Concussion. He's the beginning stages of that.
Oh no.
So it freaked her out. And they tried to brush it off and try not to make it be traumatic, right? And that episode ended with them just really talking about enjoying life. Being happy about life. And that was really sad. That was really cool. And I thought so too. I was like, yo, this is some serious shit to be talking about, on a reality TV show. But I can't watch football because of that. Football is dangerous. You people still putting your kids, it is what it is. This is my opinion. This is our show, right? So it's my opinion. You people still pushing your boys to play football, and you know that it's causing this kind of brain damage because it starts from early. It's not like once they get in the NFL. That's why all these damn men walk around here crackhead crazy because they've been hit upside the head playing football
Junior high,
all these
high
years.
school, all of that, yeah.
And so by the time they get to be adults, if that continues, because he was saying that he had been hit in the head. I think he's 52 or 53. 52. He's been since he was in elementary school.
Oh, wow.
So, you take that through junior high school, through college, and then into the NFL. This man's been catching them hits, forever.
Yeah.
And so, I don't understand that. I mean, I know we all want our kids to be superstars, but, the gentleman that I spoke about before, last episode, he was even saying it's a hard life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not a sport that I'm encouraging anybody to put their children in, and I'm not watching it. So I'm gonna stick to the basketball piece. I used to like baseball when I was younger. I played softball. I used to go see the Yankees and stuff like that all the time. But in the Mets,
that's New York. That's
been a long time. It's been a long time. And I used to play softball. I didn't think I could play, but I learned that I can catch really good. Like if you throw a ball to me right now, I can hold my hand up and I'll just catch the ball and I don't even have to look at it.
Oh, cool.
I never knew I could do that until I get older. So I think also we're going to talk a little bit about in a minute about its role just in society, like just in socializing. Because I actually have some issues with the whole owner-player thing. It looked too much like something else that we was doing about 400 years ago.
It's exactly like slavery.
Yeah. Lola was trying not to say that.
But it is.
But it looks a lot like that. And I have a challenge with it because I don't understand why they don't see it like you buying and selling mostly black men.
Yeah.
And so many different instances. It's set up so like that. And people get mad at the money that these dudes are making, but the franchise is making billions and billions of dollars. So we get, he don't deserve that. If he's out there getting hit, breaking up his knees, not being around his family for months and months and months at a time, he deserved to make that kind of money. Because the franchise is making oogobs of money. So much money. Off of them. Just like when we was working in the fields. I'm sorry, but it's the same thing.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. Now, granted, there's a bunch of, not a bunch, but a few other colored NFL, NBA livestock.
Yeah, but not quite as many. Not nearly as many. And then we socialize our boys in some instances to feel like that's more important than the damn education. And the reality of it is most of y'all ain't gonna be pro. Okay? Now you might 90% of you will not.
Y'all are not gonna be
That's
pro.
probably more than that, really. 95% will not be pro.
Most of you all are not gonna be pro. And not
or semi-pro.
Or semi, right. Matter of fact, y'all gonna get jacked up in your first year of college, your knees gonna get busted.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Or high school.
Just
pick something else.
And
along with it.
And work your brain.
Yes.
Work that muscle that's your brain. What folks gonna be mad with us?
That's the biggest, strongest muscle, actually, believe it or not.
And it can take you the furthest. I mean, it just can. It can take you the furthest. And nobody can, unless you have some kind of brain injury from whatever you're doing on a daily basis, nobody's gonna bench you for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can continue to build that muscle. And the gentleman that I talked about in last week's episode, who's a professional football player, he really spoke to me a lot about that and how important it is for us to make sure that our young men strengthen their minds and that have a solid education as opposed to that. Because he was saying, you get drafted in the NFL, you think you good as gold. He was like, there's so many possibilities and opportunities for you to be eliminated
between the time
you get drafted and the time you actually even play the first season.
Yeah.
He was like, you are constantly every day fighting to keep your position, because they tell you every day during practice, because we can replace you like that.
Yeah.
Because we can replace you like that. Can you imagine?
No.
So, we doing ourselves a disfavor and a disservice and our young men a disservice by continuing to push them in that direction and not have them nurture other parts. However, when we come back, We're gonna talk a little bit more about that, but then I wanna deal too with the socialization of it, not just for our young men, but just in our world. So we'll be right back talking about sports and football and NBA with That's Just Lola.